To be honest, I noticed that that it was still being kind of slow, so
Hey.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
there,
what's up?
Vass.
hello.
Oh, man. So, no, it seems like I forgot. Got change my freaking avatar. Whoops.
Ooh.
Nope, not yet. This is phase 2. This is phase 2. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you can grow me.
No worries.
Yeah.
Vass lowered down the point limits, so if you guys want to spend 10, yeah, you can make Rugal as big as you want, just like during the Shadowrun stream.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Pure and utter chaos unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
Brotify. Who's making that noise in the background?
Oh.
Not me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways.
Hey Vass, how could I do like multiples? So like if I wanted to grow Rugal like 20 times with a 10 point.
I don't know.
You're asking a technical question that VaStar is still kind of getting the hang of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some lamb chops today. It was delicious.
Yeah, I saw that for
Oh.
War.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just so.
Oh, and how did you like the meal I had at Broken Egg Cafe, VS?
It's actually really good.
Yeah, that was cinnamon roll French toast.
That's me confused with cinnamon toast crunch.
Nope, cinnamon roll French toast.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they
Very
put,
interesting.
well,
indeed.
the reason why it's such a nice brunch place is that not only was that they used cream cheese icing, but they also drizzled it in a rum butter sauce.
So anyways, like I actually played that finished at the Quake Scourge of Armagon. I actually loved it.
Oh, that's
That's how you do a boss in this.
Yeah, I made sure to link the soundtrack for Scourge of Armagon and Dissolution of Eternity.
Scourge of Armstrong, rules of nation. Anyway,
Scourge.
Okay, onward.
Oh yeah, just in case anyone else, because if you didn't see it in the chat, here you go. That's for the OST that Vass for the game Vass was playing. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's not Trent. Well, it doesn't have Trent Reznor. It's actually a really good good thing. So.
Here we go. Yep, the growth is starting already, guys. Keep at it.
Okay.
By the way, Vass,
Huh?
you're not streaming Discord.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Okay.
I even don't like mention anything about the dissolution of eternity.
Yeah, well, they use the same soundtrack in that one as well.
No.
No.
I'm actually like talking about like how it feels more like a Plutonia expansion with all the enemy placements. Don't you think so? Too Rugal?
I don't mind because again, Vass, you're talking to a veteran of the Plutonia experiment. I live for the Casali's work. If anyone, anyone who doesn't know, the Casali brothers helped make the Plutonia experiment, and they would go on to help with making Half-Life.
Would you stop, Sergio?
Okay, got my fun in while I could.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You can get TTS to say a lot of cool things, so that's why I've been enjoying it.
So that's only originally phase 1 and 2. Dang, Gambit.
No, yeah, we made sure to show when it was the different phases.
Yeah, so we're on phase 2 right now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
full armor, you can't grow yet.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, it just seems like the solution of eternity. Well, I really like the entire thing with the alternate ammo. But damn, it's it's a lot harder than the previous expansion.
Yeah, the floating wraith, it being having a more of a homing projectile than the Vorus did.
Yeah.
Because you can't even avoid those. They're way faster than Vor projectiles. So when that thing tracks you, Vas, it's pretty much like the enemy's projectiles in Rise of the Triad. You're gonna get hit regardless, unless you are really lucky to be behind a wall within a split second of them seeing you.
Also, I mean, but I feel like.
Oh, you know what, Vas? I forgot to mention one thing.
What?
So, did I not tell you that the enemy lives up to his infamy in Rise of the Triad?
And enemy, yeah.
Yeah, the nasty metallic enforcer, the enemy.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't know what you would think, DP. I'd have to show the enemy, but I think they based it on the dialect, on a dialect from Doctor Who. But I'd have to show you if you want.
Alternate ammo? Does that mean we can fire roasted turkeys in the heads of Doomguy?
Anyways, as I was saying, like Rugal. So yeah, I will want to mention that. Wait, what was I thinking? No, fuck me. I don't even remember what I was thinking.
I've been there.
Nah, I'll think of it later.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Oh yeah, and you see how big Rugal is now, guys? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's right. Previously, we got in here.
Yeah, this is we got pretty far.
Okay, we were still searching. So, can we investigate any of the other masks? I was wondering.
Oh, right. Sure thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was if they had any Edgeworth had. Okay, I don't believe any more found here. Blue Badger?
No.
Not clickable.
Here we go. Samurai. Right.
Okay. Yeah, there are two different samurais. Okay.
Oh, one is steel, the other one's the nickel.
It's the Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai.
The nickel samurais always seem kind of pleased, but they present out to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way.
You just gone up in my estimation, Emma. I'm always Team Steel. Fuck that Team Edward.
You mean
Twilight Choke? Yeah, Twilight
That's Captain
Choke.
Saipan. He's super popular overseas. Everyone loves driving club, like kids, adults, you name it.
I find the flower in his head a little excessive myself.
Okay,
Oh wait.
She's the only heroine the Steel Samurai series needs.
You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess.
You watch shows like that, Emma?
Of course. You love them too, right?
Well, I don't really know that much about them, but sure.
Really? Because I saw a Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought.
Ah, there's those.
I can't believe Emma's seen it. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
What TV show are these from?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. Or Starry School.
Okay.
It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes.
So they'll match our model on sports safety helmets or something,
Yeah,
right?
football. Yeah.
And not maybe the number of eye slits tells you their student ID numbered. So the one on the left will be the number 1, and the right is number 2.
I suppose that could be, yeah.
And that would mean a ton of slits for the kids with highest number ID numbers.
I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now. I don't know, DP, if you know what, a school full of superheroes like that. Sentai
it
school,
wasn't,
maybe, yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't superheroes, but it was a school that they all piloted a giant mech.
these are... Oh,
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
another blue badger. If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. What are they doing here?
Maybe this is where the community store's stuff is looking into?
Can't be. Evidence like this is stored in the police department.
It'll keep stuff at the prosecutor's office, too.
When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial is finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere.
And yet, here it all is.
No point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a close look at it all. Something about that safe, maybe. They all have labels.
Really? I was thinking
Labels
the
with
Boo Boo plush.
Numbers printed on them.
Exhibit numbers, maybe? They said they were all pieces of evidence, right?
Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written and by the numbers themselves, I guess these are prices?
And now we combine that with the
Prices?
loads of money.
I would never guess that. Wait.
Oh yeah,
that-
there's the foreign country ink down there.
Jesus. Wait, but none of these stuff could be worth that much money, could it?
Prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised. Well, I'm surprised at what people pay for evidence from scenes of crimes. Must stem all these.
Surprisingly so.
Okay.
What about that thing, that star?
It's like oh, that's I think it was
That was from
fortune
the
teller.
last case.
That's-
Remember the serving dish?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, right.
That's
yeah.
odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. They still have one of those signs in front of it.
Indeed. Look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth. I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you?
You know what? I think you might be right. But, I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what.
Well, I might have an idea. Star-shaped outline. And we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected. Deuce.
Let's look at the evidence.
Be related to any evidence somehow. Maybe the mask? The outline of the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Actually, there's a very strong chance this is where our murderer took it from.
Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case?
Certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from the storeroom. What about the safe?
What about the wait?
No,
No,
you
no.
can't.
No. What about the bull?
Oh, isn't he a cutie? Look at this buddy for you, little guy.
That's the stuffed animal we found at Gourd Lake.
Oh, adjacent to Gord Lake.
It should be in possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. But how did he wind up here? What the hell is Wiener doing?
But look, he's missing his left horn.
He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least not as far as we ever
But technically, Wiener was not given the case until the day of the murder.
Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer. Demand a recall.
Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with?
Oh, there's always the sentimental value.
Broken plushie, the stuffed animal we originally found in the Shakespeare presidential plane, missing its left horn.
So this storeroom is actually more of a stock room?
It would seem so, as much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases?
Oh, I
And
know.
who too? Who would even want to pay for all this stuff?
Somebody clearly. The price tags are proof of that.
Wow, people really will cut anything, huh? Fascinating.
It's an
Let me
Nintendo
just drop that in my
there.
DS.
It's
Yeah,
a
I
cute
like
little
that
dog.
touch. He still has a DS.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like the Steel Samurai.
Well, this game was still technically on the DS.
Yeah, it's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put him under. More than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless. A certain tragic refinement for a Sentai hero.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me?
Oh, of course. Who's your name again?
A bottle of ink and a
A
lantern.
bottle of ink and a lantern, both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine. Dun dun dun.
Oh, why? What's all this stuff that's related to you doing here?
The ambassador. Not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time, the duration of the case, and no longer. Perhaps that is all nothing but a coincidence.
You say a coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth.
We must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe, too?
Oh,
Not always.
you want to talk about what science believe? That'll end. This may take a while.
All right, Mr. Wizard. Oh, it's a small bottle. One I've seen before.
Oh, that's all?
Archivist.
Nothing else to add?
Well, no. What more did you want me to say? It belongs
Hold
to
up.
somebody.
I gotta write this down. It's just to get there. Even the most tardy topic did something picturesque with his explanations.
Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence. Yeah, the mannequin.
A mannequin, huh? Wait, I know. It's all thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. This evidence from the old case of yours, right?
Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life.
But nice
It
numbers.
It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here? Oh, Blue Badger, Blue Badger.
You cannot
Man.
select the blue badger.
Any more to be found here?
Nope.
Why are they doing this to us? Come on now.
They
right.
want to show that yes, it is in the game, but they'll never acknowledge it.
Bunch of trophies and oh, look, somebody left the walkie-talkie there.
Oh, a bakery dish. Oh, it looks to me like it was put there deliberately. Rather like it's on display, to be honest. Shelly, is that you?
Hey, there are batteries in here too. It can be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I could take it to the police station afterward.
Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief.
Yay.
This statue. Let me.
This statue.
What is it? Got some new data for me?
Not exactly. I think it belonged to the Simpsons once. It's just something from a case I worked on, a piece of evidence. From
it
Mr.
belonged to
Burns.
Assassin's Creed.
I believe it's called the Alfred statue. And there were two of them, a real one and a fake! Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places.
No case, huh? Does he have worked on a bunch of different... Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh!
Dasher! Lotta!
Dasher! Dasher!
No. Give him a moment.
Dasher, you're up. Yep.
Dasher!
No, hold on, Sircon, don't do anything.
Sergio, you do anything rash?
Alright, Dasher, your favorite.
Gotcha.
Oh boy, Lotta.
Cotton neck, red damn handed, guiltier than a tomcat covered in cream.
Ah!
My eyes. Stop that at once, this West of Loathing character.
Ain't no stopping my snapper until I got every dang detail and then some. Now, if this one about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot, think again.
We're not criminals!
Dang it.
Hey, the music.
Pull the other
Oh, I
one.
love that.
It's got bells on it.
Oh yeah.
It's just Kevin's got a weapon of justice, and it ain't about to be a power struggle by your cheap denials.
Meh.
Oh, it's you, Lotta, the cow puncher, right?
Huh? Here. Why, you're that low down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't you?
Who are you calling low down dirty jerk, ma'am? This is Lotta Hart. A photojournalist by trade, cow puncher by night. We crossed paths on a few occasions, especially in that one particular case. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with, especially in Dirt Springs.
Quit making that face, will you? That's the face of no good screamer without it, but I ever saw one.
Seems I didn't leave the best impressions on her either.
Why, it's payback time, Mr. Screamer. You ought to be thankful all I want from you is a couple of pictures.
But we're just here to investigate.
Don't you be talking to me. Sure you are. If I investigate, you mean pull the wool over Lara's mile-wide eyes.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me.
It didn't hurt to try, I guess, but we're probably better off leaving her alone for now, until we have to question her later.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
You can't investigate the luggage that Edgeworth uses.
Okay.
They
No.
gave
$1
us
million.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Why make billions when we can make millions?
Well, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belonged to.
There are 4 male figures acting as legs, holding up the tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy. Yes, Edgeworth said cringy, and it doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around.
It's from one of your old kids at Tube, Mr. Edge. Is this one of your old kids at Tube, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, isn't that from the guy in the second case in the first game? Yeah. No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations of such ostensibly awful taste. At least I don't think there was.
Huh.
He slowly rises up from the desk and then he flashes his gold rings.
Wasn't it the death from the very first case?
No.
Second case.
So what are y'all doing snooping around a fishy old place like this anyhow?
I think it's us who should be asking you that.
Why does it look better in a 3/4 view?
Yes, she does.
Truth? I mean for the truth, for the good of society, and for little old me, of course. I'm what you call a photographer for the people. Kinda. Snapping here, snapping there, snapping everything where.
I'll just leave you to it then. We can talk once you've gotten out of your system later.
Get out of my system, buddy Bob. Never.
Unfortunately, Edgeworth needs to work on his dickering skills.
Okay.
No, this one will help him here.
Hey!
Price tags and money. We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods.
Shady deals on hidden 51st floor? This is big. It has to be, right?
I think it might be, but we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here.
If only there was an eyewitness we could interview.
An eyewitness, huh? A lot of...
Fess up.
Tarnation wood.
Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart, you dang varmint?
Me, I told you, I'm in for the truth, for the good of society, and for little me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people. Duh, I said that.
For the people?
You don't work for Morgan & Morgan. If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess.
Oh, god dang it, no.
Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom.
Oh, so she's out there just a story. Makes sense.
How did I figure that out? Guess it means I don't have to tiptoe around it anymore. One of my sources told me on the down low about an underground auction.
What? So items here are being sold for meat?
The sold to the highest
just me.
folks was singing money around like it was going out of fashion. Not me too. Had to come see it for myself, of course. Get eyes on the subject, you know. Should have heard the tales of my conduct was telling, taller than two trees, or so I thought first. Anyhow, wasn't about to write it up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck behind this here statue and settled it into wait. Mine started late at night and carried it right on through the next break of dawn.
So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence?
By cow.
Maybe.
Dirty deals in the secret storeroom. Talk about a story.
But Lotta, were they done dirt cheap? Is
Yes,
there
they were
anything
done
else
dirt
on a
cheap,
sale
unfortunately.
items of evidence in this room? But were they filthy
Sure.
acts at a reasonable price?
Yeah,
No,
by the cows.
but
Sure,
they
there were
weren't done
workers
on the love
too.
train.
Shitty artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we gotta break through that wall first. In what way are shady artworks regular, exactly?
But the evidence was the big draw for sure. Reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor shops.
I'll bet you got a picture of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart?
Well, you see, the management was down below. I had to try and see what I could find from up here.
Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then.
I was an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All of them customers came down at one time from up on the roof there. Speaking of, somebody tried to break into my work through the roof.
Uh-oh. Was
Yeah,
this
there
today?
Probably must have been yesterday, because there was a towel missing on the ceiling.
Oh shit, Bass.
What? A break on the
Oh
ceiling?
no.
No, somebody tried to break into Dasher's Winn-Dixie that he works at.
Not my one, Dixie. Please, if it was my one, Dixie, I would be boss. Anyway, throwing the masters as soon as they got down the ladder, and that ain't all. They had a voice changer doodads on them, see? Teeny tiny ones, stickier than a bug's behind. So you could see their faces, real faces, and you couldn't hear their real voices. Well, don't know that word.
Stereotypus.
Serendipitous is all heck. I can't even know that word.
Serendipitous, right?
Don't you correct me, you little smart little book. Surely do. We serendipitous. Can't say that word, damn it.
Also, not a word.
Anywho, once they had their gear on, they went right downstairs. And then came in the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same but in reverse. Up they came again and one by one.
Oh, just a second. DP.
Mass back on the hook. Oh, up the letter and away.
This is the one that I was talking about. The enemy. If you click on that, then you'll see what I meant about like what they based it off of. I think it was a Dalek.
Wow, that's a serious operation.
Oh no,
Whoa.
wait, that's one of the Star Wars droids.
Oh, okay. Mask. A selection of various masks was kept on a rack. Each participant in the auction wore one. Kind of a fusion of both, DP, when I look at
Yeah.
it. And how many participants were there?
11 altogether. I'll count them when they came down the ladder.
Okay, now, Miss Hart, was this before or after the cows came home?
After the cows came home, unfortunately.
Auction entry just enters the storeroom one by one. They also left one through the storeroom up to the roof, one by one.
I mean, how in the world did Rob one Dixie from the roof? What is... Never mind.
They were trying to get through the vents.
I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know.
You didn't? Then where were you?
Well, when I first got here, you know what? That ain't important right now.
Yes, it is.
So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning.
Anywho, I watched all them folks coming from my spy spot there in the shadows.
Hey, so you were watching from behind the statue?
They used their elevator to get down below. And once they was all out there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what was going on.
Sorry, I was just getting more of a Rugal growing more. You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath?
Nah, just head back up. There's a little peeky hole if you know where to look. Everything's on part flush with the floor, see?
Oh wait.
You been down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang.
Did you catch sight of who was in charge?
Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all.
I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more.
The Duke.
Yeah, it was the one. It was the ringleader behind the demon clowns. You
Yeah.
mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them?
Y'all should know I came here to get me an exclusive. An exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already.
Now you listen here, Lotta Carson. I see, so you don't actually know anything about them.
You think that's why she won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess.
Well, I need to get a can of beans.
Good God, man. Couldn't see if it was a man or a woman, a kid or an old timer. Nothing.
What were they wearing? Could you see that at least?
Sure. White jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on the lapel. Them three things is what I remember.
Uh-oh.
What's a good description of the outfit if I don't got a clue who's wearing it?
Well, this ring were disguised as their identity too, just like everyone else.
Yes, sirree. Mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards. And,
They were wearing one of the masks. Which one?
let me see. Oh, yeah. This guy, Sylvan.
Servan. Servan? What kind of a name is that?
Seriously, Mr. Answer, you never heard of the Durbon? He's global hero, Onya Kabon's arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervin the Time? Who hasn't heard of Zervin the Time Lord?
Oh boy.
I think you might be better off asking who has. Oh, was this going back to that show that, you know, as you mentioned, DP, that nobody knew about, but it's like really rare, and so this would have been the nemesis?
It wasn't rare, but actually, hold on. I am going to post the video in no mic so you can look at your own time.
So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all? Yeah, Zervon the Time Lord. That would sound like a Tokusatsu nemesis.
No, I damn well didn't. What kind of scooch is my scoop? The whole mess has been nothing but a simple hunt. I should have never come.
Ringleader's appearance. Ringleader wore a white jacket, white gloves, a magenta flower, and a mask. Age and gender could not be discerned. You know somebody who was dressed like that? Maybe I should try showing them. Yes. Present.
The corner thing.
Magenta. Well, no, the magenta flower.
No fish at all, but if you're trying to wheel me, you better have some tasty bread on that hook. I mean, scoops and plenty of them.
She didn't seem interested in that at all. Alright, yeah, corner. Or the picture. Yeah, that. There you go. You said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct?
Sure did. Don't ask me why they was dressed up like that peacock on the parade, but yes, there was.
Is this the outfit you saw?
Well, holy smoke, sure as heck is.
Do you remember it being this red?
So the big cheese is dead? Shit.
Big cheese.
All we know is that she is the victim of the case we're investigating.
Her name was Rosie Ringer. You know her?
The ringleader.
So the ringleader was a lady.
Or as you weren't able to deduce, Vass, ring around the Rosie, the old children's song.
Well, ain't that just slippers or dang deal? Throw me off with a man's jacket like that.
I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically, but setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely, that the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim.
So somebody done bumped up the boss, huh? Then what was happening?
When what was happening?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Just go up about your business now. Come back in a year.
No offense, I'm sorry. But that means you sound about 5 times more suspicious.
Suspicious my foot. I told y'all it's nothing. And y'all won't get nothing more out of me than that. Except for the racing canes.
Wait, alright, I'm activating my Dickerin skill and rolling, so there is more.
How many dang times do I gotta tell you? It ain't nothing, okay? I ain't saying nothing either way. Dang good.
No, you can tell us just a little more, pretty please.
If I tell you this, okay, I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played. I need money, I'm poor. Tell you more, I told you too much already.
Wait, what if I, accept a favor for you? Pro bono.
What kind of a cockamamie think you was that? I shouldn't get a tooth pulled up. You want intel, go dig it up yourselves, just like I had to.
Okay, he's going to talk to either of us.
Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. I have now upgraded my Dickerin again. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers.
Enough points for that yet. Stop it.
She may not give up information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to.
Okay, rolling for initiative.
It's time.
10.
I told you I raised my Dickerin. Let's start by observing our opponent.
Okay,
Let's first by saving.
Yes.
Sorry, you're going down, Lotta Carson.
Next
Alright,
time
we're battling.
here. Now quit wasting my time before I get really above user.
As we've seen, she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead whenever possible. I won't have much time to think, so I'll need to be swift and decisive with my turn. Miss Hart is definitely hiding something from me. So my first move is discover what that something is, using my action point.
I'll never ever see her again, though.
Alright,
Talk about this reasonably.
let's talk about this reasonably.
Show me
I
your
can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's just calm down and try it.
I am calm down, you beast. I will be just as soon as y'all quit yanking my dang chain.
Bide your
By my time.
Bide your time.
No, by time. We're playing defense. We hit guard.
That's better. But in the new town, all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you. See?
Speaking of news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase, similar to your own, in fact.
Oh yeah? She spoke like me, huh? Guess that could have been someone I know. Somebody.
She was your apprentice.
Yeah, was she your apprentice? Hey! Her name is Tabby Lloyd. If I had closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me about somebody she called a chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she? Edgeworth used his attack. Effective.
Oh, so y'all met Tabby, huh? Well, ain't that something? Where did y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, reckon. Wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Oh, you nearly had me, too.
Oh, you didn't know that Edgeworth was a snake salesman? Interesting.
Snake
Talking about
snake oiler.
Snake oiler. Yep, Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. Yeah, I can see him be snake oiler class. I think we can use that to our advantage.
Okay, tell me what you know.
What you know?
Yeah. I need you to tell me everything you know, and don't you dare leave anything out.
Oh, jump in the creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me, nor me with you, you neither.
Time to deploy my clue. I know your apprentice very well. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact.
Yeah, well, guess it don't seem kind of cold of me to say that if you know her pretty well, you won't want the poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's behind.
Good. Then you'll tell us what you know.
And see, like this. Dang it, God, you gotta keep let him bamboozle that easily.
Bean-boozled. What was that about a school? A school?
Forget it. It was nothing. A scooter.
You have a scoop, don't you?
Yeah,
You know what you got.
How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. I deploy my justice snake. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is.
It's an ice cream scoop. Don't get... Ah!
Then I got a poison
I
counter.
got me a scoop. A big one. But I can't just go babbling about it to y'all. I got bills to pay. Again, I'm poor.
She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of her somehow. We need to know the details of the scoop.
Heal.
Alright. Edgeworth used binding heal. She's quick to anger, but she's also...
Also something else.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, no, this really is just playing like a turn, like a battle turn in Loathing, Dasher.
Yeah,
Quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Now that we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her.
Okay.
Is it related to the auction?
Auction.
Yeah, is it related to the auction? The scoop of yours does it have something to do with the auction.
You know what? I clean forgot.
But you tried to infiltrate an underground auction? It only stands to reason that you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about?
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing.
Be hiding.
So you heard something then?
Yeah, so you did hear something. If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean, did you hear the sound of something? If a tree falls in the woods, did you hear it? Something during your time in this room? Nope.
What was the sound of one hand clapping?
See, that's... Well, it's nothing really, just a little noise is all. Wouldn't even make a page 16. Forget it, forget I mentioned it.
So something happened during the auction. Something that made a noise of some kind. This could be a valuable clue.
Is it related to
Is it related? Yep. Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it?
Well, might be, it did, might be it didn't.
Which is it? This is important.
Alright. Don't gotta holler at me like that. Sheesh, I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing. Just looking it up to do some undercover reporting.
Let's see, well, you should have snuck into someplace else. You're sneaking in, problem.
Right, Silence at me, huh? Well, you could play at that game.
Perhaps a little more proactivity is needed.
Damn.
And...
I don't got time for this hog's will. That's it, I'm out of here.
Ow! Curses!
Foiled again!
How did I lose my turn at West Loathing? This has brought up your anger meter. I can't give up now. I have to keep pushing.
Well, I have to say, this is a first for me.
All right, once more into the breach. Now I've got full Dasher. I got full anger meter
Oh no.
related to the
thank
auction.
goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens in Loathing, Dasher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, DP. Yeah. Whenever you lose a battle, you get a point in anger, and it go up to 10. Just it allows you to do better in your next battle. And then it resets.
No, I wasn't talking that. I was talking to the fact that
Related.
that the checkpoint was right there, so we didn't have to start from the beginning.
Yeah. You sneaking is a problem. You sneaking.
Is a problem.
I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime. Ow!
Hey, yeah, that's something genius. Hang on.
Yeah, you can eat. Yeah, don't worry.
I could just imagine Littleheart is just eating something like some French fries.
Yeah, she's eating some Raising Cane's chicken.
Yeah, in between each word.
Don't get me.
That? Oh no. You know what else she could be eating, Dasher? Po' boy sandwich.
But I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that. Tarnation.
Let's not mention the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we?
Oh, damn. Still, I don't amount to a whole hill of beans, right? And there's folks out there that have done way worse. Murder for one. Next to murder, trespass ain't hardly nothing.
That is technically true.
So, your scoop is about a murder. From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather that your scoop has something to do with a homicide. Oh!
That's right. Nah, I was just talking all hypothetical like. You know, about my murder being the big one and all, ain't nothing worse than a murder.
Your
Not the
throat
most
betrays
skillful
you.
evasion I've heard in my career. Here, have this pork and beans.
Look, I done told you, okay? I stuck into the auction. I'll cop to that. But murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. I ain't seen nothing. Ain't heard nothing. Look, Scout's honor.
Time to deploy my clue.
Please stop that.
I'm used my bishop. You told me you heard something during the auction. Bishop Snake. You claimed it was something important, but it must have been. Otherwise, why remember it? I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it was the cry of a murder victim. Oh, there went the rook.
How do you know keep doing that? Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. And that's all you're getting out of me. I won't no scoop left otherwise.
The murder Miss Hart witnessed must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information, Dean. Told you, Dasher, he has maxed out his dicker in. Perhaps
Yes,
we
he
should
did.
finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim. Phew. Refreshing can of beans. I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this.
Actually, I am playing myself losing as that being single.
Yeah, no, you can make a snake oiler and just name him Edgeworth.
Oh my god.
Tell me more about the
Were you really
incident.
in the middle of
There's
the
something
scene?
you still not tell me. Well, no, were you really in the middle of the scene?
something?
Yeah, were you in the middle?
Wait,
You said you wound up in the
you're hard
middle.
to hear.
What? Who is?
Sir Khan.
Oh, Sircon, yeah.
guess-
Increase the volume just a little, just don't peek yourself. You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true?
You call me a liar now? Wowee, now I'm mad. Real mad.
By time.
By
your-
Go ahead, stay mad!
Do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a journalist. How am I gonna sell stories that folks can't trust that I'm telling the truth? I tell them I've got me money, you know. Faster than anybody, honester than everybody. That doesn't really work.
Motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear it in mind. This cowpuncher's going down.
Tell me more about the
Tell me more.
incident.
Yeah, incident. Yeah, you're on a timer. I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important.
Yeah,
To your
wish I could
everyday
help
life.
you, but I don't rightly recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you. Sorry. I mean, look at me. Can't even get my facts straight half the time.
Time to deploy my clue.
Will you stop doing that, incarnation?
I summon blue. I can't imagine that being so vague on the fact is trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty are what necessary when reporting a story.
Well, see,
It seems your so-called information is not credible after all.
look, there was a murder, and I was there. I can't even prove it.
What are you grumbling about? What are you grumbling? Yeah, what are you grumbling about? You do realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you? Oh, I saw.
Don't quit riding me, will you? The whole thing's a waste of my precious time. It was the second one you should have chose.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have picked my words more wisely.
K.O.
Yeah,
she is one tough cookie. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, sorry, Vass. Like, she is very tough. Like, I think that like she was worse. She's actually harder than Larry.
Oh no, there's one more tougher than her.
Oh, boy.
Marched onto the breach. All right.
At least they have good checkpoints.
Yeah. You were really in the middle. Blah blah blah. Yep. Call me a liar. Blah blah blah. Spied my time. Yep. Your honesty. All right, I got my clue. Yep. Something. Tell me. Let's see.
Tell me more
something
about
this.
Excuse me.
Yep. Time to pull my clue. Yep. Honester than everybody. Oh, you're not. Oh. Seems so-called information. Yep. All right, you can prove it, can you? You can prove it, can you? How?
I've got it right. Wait, you heard that? I was just talking to myself. Don't think nothing of it.
She's still hiding something. This is a very vital clue. I need to use it to maximum effect.
And now for the middle.
Yep. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me.
Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already.
Time to deploy my clue.
You
Definitely still hiding something.
The clue.
Queen.
Queen. Ugh.
I know you've been keeping something from me. Queen steak. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the basis of a story you're hoping to sell. Total poison counters on her.
Ah? Dang it all to heck. Give me a break, will ya?
The mouth of the South.
Now come clean, okay? That's what you want, right? Here, I done snapped me a photo. Which South, Sircon? Which South?
That is a... oh.
She's more Louisiana South. I'm more Florida South.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Since I'm from Louisiana, half an hour, you better be.
Well, I told you, Lotta Hart's ancestor of Eva Carson, and that's checkmate. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Can't believe I let that happen. Trap on my own big mouth. Dang it. But
Well, it happened, so it's time to tell us everything.
I saw the whole thing. Watched the auction from start to finish.
But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures too.
Yeah, about that. So like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. It was all shouting out bids and somebody wins something and bam! Down comes the hammer. Head on upstairs and pay shouts to the old ringleader, and then the whole thing starts over again. Anywho, as soon as that happened, I had to think quick. That's when I ran behind the old statue and hid.
If I could borrow a joke, yeah, the Oxford's gonna find, then this asshole named Dave Hester kept saying "yup" all the time. Who was it eventually appeared?
That's a
George Wars.
that's a deep cut.
Yup. Fuck you, Dave Hester. And who was it eventually appeared?
Didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed that winning bid. A sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash.
Oh, you missed it, DP. When I was doing the Trento auction house, I was doing Dan from Storage Wars' fast spinning. I'm not sure I have any idea what sounds like the sound of someone counting bills, perhaps. Cool, cold, fresh money.
Anyhow, the deal was you settling your bills up here. I heard two people yammering for a little while.
Don't forget to pay the lady before you leave. Wait, so two people came up on the elevator?
You betcha. My guess is the other one was for our friend, the ringleader. Anyway, yabber, yabber, yabber. It goes on for a little while, then a scream. Well, that shook me up pretty good, so I bunkered down in my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight.
Hunker down.
See,
So you didn't see the moment of the murder, Mr. Crenshaw?
nah, but I heard it real good.
You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked?
Quit trying to be funny, girlie. It don't suit you none. I'm just a dainty little journalist all over the world. You think I'm fixing up to jump and save the day? Look, I got a gun on me.
Dainty. It's not enough meat. Yeah, there's not enough meat to be earned.
Anyhow, I've been there where I heard a bunch of rustling sounds. Right about when that was happening, I got to feeling pretty bad about what I'd done.
Bunch of cattle rustling.
That makes sense, I guess. After all, you didn't...
I didn't remember to get out my own camera and snap even a single picture.
And that's what
Just like
she's
that,
angry
right in
about.
my lap, and I miss it. Somebody ought to tear my hide. Tarnation. Yeah. Anyhow, then a little more time goes by, and there's this kind of chattering noise. I'm there thinking, gotta get to shot time, and so I grabbed it real quick from in the shadows there.
Could we see this photograph?
Oh, do I have to?
Photograph.
Here.
I don't want you. Def Leppard.
Mhm.
That's...
The person in the raincoat, the one who attacked Kay.
I knew it. It was Cammy White all along. So Kay's raincoat assailant was also attacked by the victim here in the storeroom.
And attacked by Shadow Loop.
Yep, then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay. Miss Hart's picture. A photograph of the mysterious figure in the red raincoat.
Look at this photograph.
Not red. No, not yet. There's only one person in this picture. Where is the victim?
Weird, huh? I wondered the same thing. There are two people, but there was only one in the... But there was only one in the shot I got. And I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room, neither. That's the killer, alright. At least it was, I'm pretty sure it is.
So are we saying the victim disappeared? It's possible the murder happened in the storeroom of Wellsworth? How did you know it was the killer just by looking?
Because they're literally red-handed with blood. How else would that get there, huh?
And the auction just carried on after that?
Sure did. They just went right along like nothing had happened. Which, folks, is crazier than a box of frogs. I never understand how they think.
Funny, I find journalists struggle to understand as well. Box of frogs sounds like a loathing item. Miss Hart's statement. Miss Hart's observation about what happened during the mysterious auction.
No, you know what it sounds like to me?
A box of frogs.
Alright, let's use some logic.
A box of frogs kind of makes it sound like it's a bad batch of beans.
Oh yeah, true. Bad batch of frog legs.
Yeah.
If the storeroom was the actual scene of the crime, then you expect the body to have been up here at some point as well.
Huh? Well, yeah.
But think back to what Miss Hart told us about how the customers left the auction. Do you remember?
Of course. They come from downstairs, back to the store button. Oh!
Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it? Hidden body. It's hidden so living wouldn't spot it?
Maybe in that conspicuously human-sized box.
Emma, if you wouldn't mind putting your skills to work for me now.
I'd love to. You just say what you need and I'll get right on it.
Very well. Then I'll check for blood residue. Illuminal test, in other words?
Sure thing. Spread the witness the power of science.
Yeah, Edgeworth was a huge proponent of luminol.
Oh, wait, actually...
I've never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before.
Alright, how about we test the letter over there first?
Okay.
It's on Miss Hart's picture.
Why is Kay's hand missing?
I'd say the
Wait, was
person
it
in the red
missing?
raincoat was about to climb and make their escape.
And her still images like she has a very skinny arm that comes to a point with no hand.
Which means that there's a high chance of a positive result. If that's the error, just press space. That's really
Okay.
little luminol on it. And to let out some blood, you'll see it react like this. It'll feel super steep here like that. You know, that's the
It's
positive.
wool!
But still a swing. Raining a couple more times should be enough to really make it stand out.
Did I do that?
Yeah, and that brought it out nicely, and it made it feel like that much more real. Anyway, I think you got just about how to look for blood traces out, right? I'm sure there's still more to be found, so why don't you give it a try?
Alright. DS control, action.
Uh-oh.
And that's how it's done.
Now, using your stylus,
think you go around and see if you can find some other place to test, but moving on.
All right.
Let's check the box.
Yeah, the chain box.
You want to test there?
Okay.
Sorry, it's
Nope.
negative.
No, that chain box. No, Vass,
The
chain
chain
box.
box.
Turn
The box.
Chain
with the
box.
chains.
That one.
I'm the man in the box.
Just
Allison chains.
Nothing?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeet.
Yeet.
treasure, blood.
But how could it have gotten here?
Maybe someone put something with blood on it there.
Maybe a body?
Closed
Possibility.
blood box. But it was tucked in closed box. That was up for auction.
Strange.
Spray Lotta for blood.
There's still places we haven't tested yet. See what else we can find.
Go to the elevator.
I mean, that's there.
Yeah, all over the masks. No, these aren't bloody tokusatsu shows.
Here.
All right. Yes. Perfect.
Spaces!
Oh, yep, right there. Yeah, that's how they carried it down.
Yeah, positive. There's the blood there. But how come?
Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say.
Oh, we say somebody jerked to the floor below too.
Yeah, they probably the victim probably was entering the elevator. They got killed and then stuffed in the box. Blood was detected in the secret elevator. It looks like it dripped to the floor below.
I think that's all the blood there is to be found.
All right, then that concludes this phase of our investigation.
Now let's use
Cool.
the
Okay.
Hidden body and a closed box blood.
Okay. I
Yes.
need to go bathroom really quick.
Okay, I'm gonna keep growing Rugal while you're gone. I'll put a lot into it.
Google, what the fuck?
I am gonna clip that. I am gonna clip this shit.
Go it.
Oh, how you doing, Vash?
Ah, my god. I'm gonna have to put you a size reset.
No, don't put a size reset. Just there you go. That's
Then
perfect. Just leave it like that.
how
No.
then how am I
No,
gonna
move him
see like both Deadpool
Yeah, right
and
there.
Zircon?
Yeah, you're right
Don't
there.
worry,
Right there.
I approve of this. I
Yeah,
approve of
you're
this.
fine with it.
Okay.
I had to beat my Shadowrun size.
Well,
okay.
well, yeah. Anyways, yeah. That was I believe it was my fault because I was doing this as probably a bit of an excuse to watch more of these stupid Uncle Duck, Butch Harmon's Uncle Duck edits.
Oh my god, you're subjecting yourself to that.
Well, actually, like, because like Butch Harmon said he's gonna make his own studio, people just bombarded him with Uncle Duck.
Did Hartman's
Hey.
what was it, that Christian app he had, did that finally fail?
I'm afraid so.
Yeah,
He's but yet he's still not giving up. He wants to do new things.
Oh, by the way, Bass, I didn't mean to startle you about Skibbity today, but yeah, they have gone forward with the Skibbity trailer.
I was gonna say like, no.
If there was ever a low point
Look, that
Flash being ripped
article
on
is
the road.
from a year ago. Like,
Yeah, but then
like it's not like he's gonna resume back. Then I look back at Twitter and it's like, what the? So it's
the teaser trailer came out.
No, it was like a single straight shot.
But still, he wasn't giving up. But I will say this fast: yes, the original creator Skibbity is going to have a humongous payday because he is fully like on board. Like Michael Bay is getting with the actual creator, so there's going to be a lot of input from the creator Skibbity for this movie.
No.
And nothing else. It's going to help fund his
the
better
kids.
projects.
Now the kids care about nowadays is a movie about Italian brain rot.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh, but see, I want to go back to the
Wait.
days of Russian Treasure Island. Remember? Do you
Yeah.
value
Yeah.
do you value
Yeah.
money and death as the same thing or whatever?
Yeah. It was like
Although-
it was like that time where people are now into like, heck, it's like it got a lot of people like back into like Treasure Island adaptations, like including the other
yeah.
Soviet Russia,
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
God,
Treasure
that is just-
Planet
that
and
was
well
so
Disney's
terrible.
Treasure Planet.
And I don't care what anyone says. You know, the Dobsons of the world. Treasure Planet was good. It's just people were not ready for Treasure Planet.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yet some.
Disney's one, please
Google.
give support.
I want to
Vas?
say this.
No,
But,
hold on, Vass. Before we begin anything, you can kiss and boop the snoot.
yes, I know that. I'm just saying, Rugal.
Yes.
Like, Alice Mark put Treasure Planet under Wreck-It Ralph 2, the movie he hated the most.
Oh, that is a deep cut right there. Oh man, that's a very deep cut. Saying that Treasure Planet was worse than Wreck-It Ralph? No.
Wow.
No, Wreck-It Ralph 2. Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Anyways, let's get back on the road.
Okay.
Actually, he might place higher. It was alleged that he placed way lower.
Well,
Blood in the
we
clothes
found
box.
out.
The clothes box can only be one thing. That this is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it.
But I wonder who won the box in the auction.
I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful mystery.
Now you just hold your horses there. There's no way the body could have been in there.
What do you mean?
I took a lot of that there box when I first got in here. Looked at to be just in perfect size for a little hide and go seek if they need a rose. And maybe it would have been if I could have opened it.
Ah.
It was wrapped in chains, locked up tight. There ain't no escapologist.
It's a Houdini you're thinking of, Hart.
The murder happened just a little after I scoped it out. So can nobody have put no body in there?
Nobody put no body in there. Wrapped in chains, locked up tight, you say? That's all. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in chains any longer.
Say what? Well, slap my head and call me slick. Could have sworn it was. Please don't.
Okay, silly.
Clothes box. Box in which the killer hid the body. Traces of blood were detected inside. Yes, DP, I did see Blank Man, so I remember that. Okay, Sally!
Oh,
I think we've examined all we can now.
again,
Great.
you keep
Let's
saying,
see what
you keep
we down below.
referencing that title. I've never seen Blank Man.
Oh, it's a good superhero movie with Damon Wayans.
Oh god damn it!
Eh.
Chicken our leg, are we, Miles?
No, that's
Okey-dokey,
okay. That movie
Master.
poster looks like a typical like comedy movie from the 90s.
It is.
Let's start to say his line.
Okay.
Chicken
You did.
leg already? Are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister.
Yes, Mr. Fender?
We're about to ready to move out, so I want you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost.
Of course. I'll be sure to stay close.
When did those two start getting along so well?
Oh, somebody has to be the parent.
Well then.
Heal. You're all under arrest. April 5th, 1943. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence.
Well, what an answer that we got over there. We're so fucked.
Mr. Edgeworth! and I go from having no lines to 2 characters.
Nice.
This room.
This is the auction room?
Okay, something wrong with my mic. No,
Oh,
this is the committee chamber.
Screw it. I'm gonna break away from trying to do Dudley Do Right for the sake.
no. What was that metal sound, or was that Sturkio?
No, that was
No, that was my phone dropping. Listen. I dropped my phone with the case like about for like about 5 years or so, and there's no cracks. So
What's the matter, Vash? You got butterfingers?
Listen, my phone here does not break when I drop it. Okay.
My phone broke at the end of the year last year, but I've had bodyguards. Just that it finally fell on one of our on our pavers outside, so it cracked.
Okay.
Anyway. Way to drop right into my lap, He-Man.
That's my son for you here.
Now, got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men! Arrest her right now!
Wait, but she's...
As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them into the streets where they belong.
No, I summon Man-at-Arms.
Oh my.
You can't do this! This is going way overboard!
Yeah! What she said.
Nice.
Sorry.
Miles, this isn't looking good, I gotta say.
Say, oh, ow! Yeah, oh! Yeah. Oh! Well, what did I
do? You'll have to forgive me. I want to hit a certain Carly ex-prosecutor.
No one aiming at me, at him, you're aiming straight at me.
Something keeps getting in my way. Something...
Ah!
Take that, Heat. Take that, Skeletor.
Right there.
Francisca, stop being Tila.
So what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor?
I still believe Kay to be in...
And we're supposed to care about what you believe? You no longer have a right to have an opinion. I should dupe you. I'm Francisco Von Cover, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you chose to stop by giving up your badge, and so our game has already come to an end.
My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped. I've simply cleared the way ahead. And now I'm free to follow that road all the way to the truth. So, don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed. I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was.
You seem to think I know what lies at the end of this road to truth, though. In that case, I demand that you show me.
Precisely.
Presents VaStar.
Theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, I will happily guide you to it.
I wish you were good with MS Paint, DP.
Yeah.
And Siska's current theory. I was gonna say, like, yeah.
Plant my space.
Okay,
She corrupted into this chamber with her killer.
Okay.
She was then stabbed with a candle broom by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. And we know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. And we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber. Therefore, the blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game, set, and match. Mouth, Edward. Huey, Dave.
She seems pretty competent, huh?
She doesn't like the current over-conviction. That's for certain. And I gotta say, I kinda dig the vibe. Couldn't even give her a north.
Pathetic.
Say that?
Edward, do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? Probably can. But if you really found the road to truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to put me toward it?
I'll be very happy to settle in, Francisca. Oh, what I meant to say, DP, is because you said you were trying to go for Skeletor. I was like, Francisca, if you could draw her as Tila, but I don't think she could. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence.
But that was just a one-off because the in the lap thing.
I know, but I could still see Francisca wearing the snake helmet. Yeah. Francisca's current theory.
So,
okay. Yep.
Yes,
All right. She was then stabbed with the candelabra. Okay.
That checks out.
We know the identity of the murder thanks to letters. Yes, we do. And we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial. No, it was not.
Present?
Yes.
No, of course.
Yes, the elevator blood. Elevator. Was that not it? Oh, completely contradicts this piece of evidence. I thought it would have been like, because we know that they were killed at the auction, not in the chamber.
Answer your own questions before asking others. Because in this case, my answer is no.
That teaches me not to question myself. Sturkio.
Ah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did you do to that friend, big guy? Next time. Try to
Listen,
let us
Mr.
kick
There's
on
nothing
her.
happening between us to even go there.
Switch later.
Less of your chatter. I don't have time for this.
Okay, that was a funny rebuttal. I better get this over before she whips Fender unconscious.
You probably enjoy that.
Go to the 5th stand. Let's see.
I'll make you eat your goddamn whip.
The blood
The blood on the floor. Oh no. Okay, this
here.
one. Yeah. Now we can present because of
Yeah,
the blood on the elevator.
Luminol test.
Yeah.
There we
That
go.
was a sneaky one.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Vass. I was just the wrong
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah. No. That got me good.
If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue.
Murder under the gaze of the divine. A brazen act aimed for a cold-blooded killer.
Except that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. It's a blood stain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through the room below. And the blood dripped down below from?
Descends directly to the foot of the statue. Damn it.
Ah, you notice. Then you will agree that the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. I put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterward was she moved down here. The Goddess of Justice did not witness a murder. She witnessed a killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she smiling?
Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation.
That's right.
Well done, Miles Edward. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I had thought.
Mr. Edgeworth is anything but a fool, sir, and you know it. Ouch!
Shut it, Scruffy!
I'm speaking the truth.
Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me, or are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows that there was far from more blood here in the committee chamber than upstairs.
Ouch. Whip and ignore it again. I was trying to.
You're trying to tell me that all that blood dripped down from below Miles Edgeworth?
From above.
If it had, your storeroom stain would need to be 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else.
As insightful as ever, Francisca. But you played right into my hands.
How so?
You are correct. There is far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why? Why?
A trifling detail in the face of my previous explanation.
Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some spatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you?
Whoa! Like some crazy fountain of blood? Like in Mortal Kombat?
Nah, more like Samurai. No, more like Samurai Showdown. No way, indeed. It's completely impossible. So how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amounts of blood observed? There was far more blood in the committee chamber than in the storeroom above because the weapon was removed here. The victim was stabbed here.
When you insert the blade, that's when the blood is stored, and when you pull the hooker out, that's when the
Yeah, so removed.
Yeah, so
The weapon was removed here. The weapon was removed here. The victim died of 3 stab wounds that would have bled profusely.
Exactly, as proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this room.
But that doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said that there was a... Ah!
Tila's in charge.
Silence, you half-baked harebrained Wookiee.
Hey, harebrained is a little... Yeah! Okay, I'm harebrained.
Fine, son, yeah! The stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time.
Oh, I know. When a weapon is removed, right?
Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber when the candelabrum still in its chest. And then when it was finally removed, it created a difference in the amount of blood we see between the 2 locations.
But why? What was the killer trying to do?
I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As we know, Miss Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create their elaborate setup.
But why would they have needed to do all this in the first place?
Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed. Committee chamber blood. Blood found in the committee chamber. Was it placed there to hide the existence of the storeroom?
If only they had a maid that came from heaven.
Underground auction?
No, you gotta remember, DP, that's locked up in the SCP's facility. You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. This item up there will tell quite a story. I'm not kidding. Guys, there is an SCP, VAST, that's named Made in Heaven. One that should be more than explain what was going on here last night.
I was thinking a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm also saying that the SCP one is like the one from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a coincidence. It does the exact same powers.
That's not going to be confusing at all.
Maybe they were trying to make a SCP based off the stand in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, Made in Heaven does exactly what Poochie's stand would do.
Yeah.
It's almost endearing, Boss Edward. How definitely you want to protect your friend.
There's something just beneath the surface of this case, something bigger than all of us. In case only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it.
That's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edward.
Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. I am a snake oiler, after all. You're working with Interpol on international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? Dickering and proved. I'll tell you why, because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that something I sense isn't related to any of this.
I'm very happy to learn that you're giving up your bad thing completely relieving of your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way.
Oh!
She made me have to make popcorn halfway in. I'm sorry, sir. It's
cruel.
Just thought it might help, you know?
Yeah, the Jiffy Pop popcorn over the stove. You did the right thing, Detective.
Huh? Praise?
So, am I right, Francisca? Is this incident part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar?
When you like to know, but you don't need to. And so, you won't.
Need to know
She's
basis.
got you there, boss.
Then you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held here in this chamber.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it, then. Yo! Hey, y'all mind if I butt in for a sec? Your victim over there, the lady in the white. Hold it, though. You! I can't do this. Hey, let a girl finish, will you? No good butt in you know what? Ow! Without leprosy, change her spots.
Yeah, she remembers her.
Your testimony is not required in your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. You can't. Ow! You're
Of course, it's taking a lot of damage.
Right under oath that one time.
Oh!
It's like Miss Park Harvard's on too fond of Miss Hart.
German cowboy.
I don't think she's her biggest fan, no. Yeah, like I said, a lot of Hart's cow punching skills.
What's called Ringer? Right? Well, it's called Ringer, right? She was a member of this here committee. Well, she's dressed exactly like the ringleader of that secret. Stop it! Stop whipping me! Dang it! What is the meaning of this interruption? Miles Edwards, explain.
All right, Dickering activated. Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. And it seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer.
But that would mean the victim was also the ringleader.
Now, how about we just...
I still have some new information to consider. It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction and to arrest its head of operations, the auctioneer.
But if Miss Hart is to believe the ringleader, Ringo Rodigan, is dead, I guess that means your journey here today was wasted.
I suppose it does. Nonetheless, I, Francisco von Karma, I refuse to leave empty-handed. Time for rematch, Miles Edgeworth.
Fine by me. I activate Man World, though. But you may find that your weapon
Fine by
will
me,
go truly
boys.
underused this round. Dickering activated. I got my Justice Snakes ready.
You're right.
That will need it.
No, you can read it.
Oh, I don't?
No, you can read it. Yeah, I said you can read it.
Fine, I accept your little explanation. That will make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes?
Yes.
In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction.
Yes.
And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee.
Yes.
The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum.
Yes. Everything seems correct.
There, does that someone it up? Because I won't be accepting rebuttals.
I'm afraid you might have to. There is a serious hole in your testimony.
There is? I didn't spot any. Good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright then, time to fight back. You have to win this for us.
And I will. Time to take Francisca's testimony to task.
With a rebuttal.
But the rebuttal.
Alright, so
Okay.
Okay.
What did you do?
this checks out.
Yes.
In which case, the murder is someone connected to the auction.
Yes.
That checks out. The photographer is believed to be the victim was the auctioneer, and that checks out.
Yeah, the killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom.
Press.
Yeah, press.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah, we had to press it first. How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
Objection!
Yes, I think someplace so. And if you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know there is plenty of other places to hide too.
So you're saying the killer was hiding out of sight while they awaited the victim's arrival?
I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself. She would surely have needed to be present throughout the proceedings.
She thinks it happened afterward? Would you mind adding that statement to your testimony, Francisca? There we go. Yeah, alright. Say this one. Better.
Oh, I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded.
No, remember, Lotta said it was the killer happened, they were still doing the auction.
Objection!
Yeah, statement.
Okay.
My dickering prevails. It seems you're one step behind yet again, Francisca.
How so?
The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is the statement Miss Hart gave us.
Well, if she made it, it was not worth the air she used to say it. I done told you I'm a journalist. Ow! My word is, did I ask you to open your mouth?
Oh! Oh, yeah. Double slash. Objection, stop that. Calm down and listen for a second, Francisca. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder. And she confirmed that the auction continued even after the murder had occurred.
You bet I did. What? When right? Yeah, hang on. When right? When the nothing. Right. When you bet I did. Right. I'm like nothing had happened at all.
I know that feeling so well, Dasher.
Lotta, you need to eat some more meat, or at least have a can of beans.
Oh, please no.
Take this moment to hydrate, at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some water. See right back. I'm dying over here.
Oh yeah. I made sure to have some more of him. Well, just for that second Vass,
Yeah.
do I have some more? Yes. Oh, actually, DP, thank you. I didn't realize that you did some more pro. Thank you so much.
Oh, I mean, some of that's still kind of residual.
Oh, that's perfect, Vass. You see, Irene is almost near Rugel's right shoulder.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Get this chance to.
Okay.
Me.
Oh. But right on, doesn't it? Happen at all.
Things are starting to
How
get
would
more
that have
stickier
been
than a snake in the
possible without
grass
an
staying a
auctioneer?
bit.
It wouldn't, so you see.
Uh-oh.
The victim couldn't have been the auctioneer. She was one of the attendees. Thanks, I had to say that, TTS.
No!
As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer. Because she had been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time. So then, who was the victim, really?
Mr. Mr. Kill.
Right. Well, if the auction carried on with the murder.
The victim must have not been the auctioneer, but an attendee.
That's enough!
I know that sound all too well.
God damn it.
Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman.
This is how you get things done around here, son. Oh, there's no need for all that pomp and circumstance, Vanity. Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that'll do nicely.
Fahrenheit.
All right, Celsius. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just stopped by to see how my bone-headed boy was getting along. I am Gold Skeletor, you're just regular Skeletor.
They say they are all sorts of animals, but I'm not sure these two are what they meant.
I thought I might need to light a fire into this investigation, but it seems not. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back here where we started.
Men, detain the suspect immediately.
Wait, Miss Faraday is innocent.
Shut your meddling mouth! You're becoming something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. Not in front of Grayskull. It's bad for us, and it's bad for me too, personally. Sorry, it must be my age.
Your unlawful investigation ends here and will not be permitted to resume. In case you have forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. What's more, there is the matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect.
He's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Vanity.
That's what smile do. That's creepy.
Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest. But know this. We have uncovered a new suspect. This person here. Miss Faraday was attacked by this.
You can stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. The raincoat you picture discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim blood was found on a hood, along with some cherry blossom petals.
Cherry blossom petals? Like the ones on the roof.
Yes, they were stuck to the edges of the bloodstains, probably due to the blood being fresh at the time.
The results came back already, my boy, so there's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer.
Nani? Red raincoat, worn by the victim, whose fingerprints and blood were found on the hood. No, this completely undermines our entire case. All our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list.
Miss Faraday, you testified to have encountered a person in a red raincoat up on a roof, correct?
Oh, God. Yes.
We now know that the person was the murder victim, and you are the only person we know who came into contact with her. There's one you wound up dead. I think we all know how that encounter went.
No, Kay was attacked by that person. She is the victim here, not the aggressor.
As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that proves she was attacked as you claim. And even if such proof exists, Ms. Ringer could simply been acting as your self-defense.
Well, you can't just jump to conclusion like that. Kay is innocent.
Oh, fuck me. Why, Kay? Don't snitch on yourself.
What did
But
the
I'm
fuck
not.
did you do, Kay?
Kay?
I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now. Right when it happened. The murder. It was me.
What?
Oh, that is a good shot right there. Actually, like really.
It is surprisingly well done.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a good shot, and I like the red. It really emphasizes the black and white and the gray in the background. So really good job, Capcom.
I remember looking down, and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer.
So basically, do not trust anyone.
You're not.
Even yourself.
You can't be.
Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me. There was blood.
This is unlawful as fuck. Holy crap.
Like, why was I just standing there? Why did I do something? Oh, I know why. Because I was the killer.
Bullshit.
Absolute bullshit.
It fell in front of you. That doesn't mean you did it. That's what you saw before you got pushed off.
I would like to remind everyone that Kay is still suffering from memory loss.
Yeah, pretty much.
This court recognized the legitimacy of the accused memories.
What? But you said you didn't believe her like 5 minutes ago.
I commend you on your bravery, Miss Day. It will not go unrewarded.
Why cover up woman?
Praise to be the goddess of justice for many big.
Objection!
Lady, I will look you. As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request the server to be... Excuse you?
We don't have time for this. We must arrest Cape Verde this instant.
How dare you take that tone with me?
This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand that you give us more time to investigate. You say my investigation is unlawful? What could be more unlawful than this?
Fortunately, you're no
For
longer.
fuck's sakes, what is wrong with my microphone?
Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law.
Indeed you don't, but I do. And while I can't help but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity.
There's something between those
Speaking of the
words, you know
law,
what?
it seems that there is one other we must arrest.
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Miles. Yeah. Curse that man.
Oh.
The famous arsonist.
Oh, no, he's gold skeleton.
What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth was just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong.
He wasn't doing squat. Yeah. By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity.
You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. Because of an unlawful investigation, worse, you aided and abetted the flight of a suspect. You're no longer even an accused. You're a criminal, nothing more.
No? Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there, concerning your conduct? Yeah. I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow. Although I hear already, I know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard.
Fender, can you help us?
This court is adjourned.
Middle ass. No, wrong one.
Seriously, like that's what I was
To
pointing
be
out. Like this,
continued. Nope.
this would not
Edgeworth
stand.
spends the night in
Well,
jail.
let's come finish.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, this is absolutely unlawful as fuck. Like, even in Japanese courts where the conviction rate is like 99%, even this would be extreme.
As I said, Edgeworth spends the night in court.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the night in prison. Yep.
Yuck.
April 6th.
Oh,
Detention
shit.
center. Oh, great. Holding cell. He gets Bronco cell.
Yep.
Never thought I'd spend another night in here ever again. And they stripped me of all the evidence we'd so painstakingly gathered. Remembering back to case, what was it, the fourth case in Phoenix, right? Even if they did let me keep Kay's Yatagarasu pin.
Quick, let's flush that.
I can help but worry about her. Better be treating her well.
It was me. I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. Yeah, it was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along.
Oh my
I'm
god.
the murderer. I'm the murderer. I almost wanted to say I'm the saucy baka.
Yes, do it.
Again, you missed your turn in case 2.
No, what I was thinking, Sir Khan was.
All right.
It was me, Barry. It was
Sir Khan.
me that snorted all the cocaine.
No, Sir Khan.
I'm trying. Come on, let's go. You got a visitor.
Visitor? Who?
Someone by the name Dick Gumshoe. Need to send him away?
No, though I'm not sure what to even say to him.
I will say it was. Sorry.
Detention center, visitors room. Go ahead.
It was very overreaching at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But as we will come to learn, there is a reason for it.
Oh yeah, I already know, but like, wait there.
I don't, but let's just play out.
Leaving me unsupervised.
Forgive the intrusion. Oh,
I think-
wait,
no.
sorry.
Forgive the intrusion.
Judge Gavel.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a seat.
What are you doing here? I was told it was Detective Gumshoe.
I imagine you would have come if you knew he was me.
What could she possibly want from me now? I suppose I'd better find out.
You may not be aware of this, but you're only permitted to meet with the specifically approved visitors.
So I'm to be treated like a dangerous criminal, am I? I suppose my reputation is rather plummeted.
It has indeed. For you, of course, and your friends. The attorney of the other girl, or was he quite the fuss earlier?
Fender and Emma.
I saw them watch some extremely heated words at one of the guards.
No, you didn't.
You may thank the gods in that regard, or even she's too busy to deal with each and every infraction. Will not be punished for their bad behavior.
Did you come here just to chit-chat with me? You must have a lot of time on your hands.
Oh, speaking of which, Mr. Von Gobber is continuing the investigation where you left off. I thought you would like to know. I figured you would be worried about how they were all doing.
I hate to admit it, but she read me like a book. Let's cut to the chase, Your Honor. Why are you really here?
I'm here simply to talk, nothing more. There's something I wish to know about you.
Me?
Yes, who else? Objectively speaking, you're highly intelligent and quick-witted, and a born prosecutor at that.
Please, Judge Cavell. Your sarcastic praise is but salt on my wounds.
But I sincerely mean every word, Mr. Edgeworth, and it is why I fail to understand you. Take this latest case, for example. You were up against the very committee itself. You had no hope of succeeding. Even a child could have seen that, and yet...
I don't imagine the old me would have ever been so reckless. The old me had power, and because of that, I thought that justice was always on my side. Just as you and the committee believe now.
But then he bumped in with.
But a certain person changed my mind. He made me reckon with my selfish and skewed sense of justice.
Yeah, he surely did.
And once the scales had fallen from my eyes, I began to look at people differently.
I wonder who he's talking about.
I saw that I was only able to be an effective prosecutor thanks to the efforts of those around me. Detective Gumshoe, the many investigative officers of the force, and even Kay. It changed me. The degree to which it changed me still surprises me to this day.
I see.
Golly, somebody mentioned me.
I see. Thank you. I feel that perhaps I understand you a little better now.
You understand me? I highly doubt it. Someone who is so focused on forcing their idea of justice onto others can't possibly see what I see.
Is that so? Is that what you truly believe?
Thanks, he's cute.
I will say one thing. This has been a very interesting conversation. That's all. before I go, there is one remaining matter. I was asked to inform you that the date your hearing has been confirmed. It'll be held today in the trial chamber. The committee sends its warmest regards.
If that was all you had to tell me, you could have just sent a message.
And address the guy's words to another? That wouldn't do now, would it? Until then, Mr. Edwards, I'll see you again very shortly.
We're legally not allowed to acknowledge my existence.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that.
That's how the investigation games kind of roll,
Attention center,
unfortunately.
holding cell.
She's still cute, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But I hate her so much right about now.
I'm looking forward to your reaction to a reveal.
Oh, you think you hate this character? Just you watch.
The toilet. There's a note on the wall next to the toilet. Sorry, we're currently out of toilet paper.
Well, crap.
Please make the necessary mental preparations for using the toilet.
Well, crap.
What sorts of mental preparations can one even make? Oh, check Bronco's bed. Very basic bed. I can't say it was very comfortable to sleep on, however. I imagine Detective Gumshoe would sleep soundly on it, nevertheless, loudly snoring as usual. I suppose we'll probably never get to work together again. Oh well. I don't have any regrets about the bed I've made. I will follow my own path to the end. There's a menu here on the table. It seems that detainees are able to pay to have their meals brought to their cells. What looks good? Spaghetti and mac and cheese lunch, and linguine for only $1. Basmati and brown rice special for a limited time only. Add regular white rice at no extra cost. Rice on rice on rice. Gotcha. It's probably for the best that I'm not very hungry. Notice that it's like pasta on pasta on pasta, or rice on rice on rice. I've barely spent any time in here, and already I can feel my personal appearance slipping. I may have given up my badge, but I mustn't give up on myself. My collar. It's slightly creased. There. Tidy outside begets a tidy inside. That Francis York Morgan can learn a thing or two about shaving, which is why it's more important now than ever to take care of myself.
Hey, would you like a cup of Wilson's coffee?
There's a poster in the corner outside. We regret to announce that due to the warden's arrest, the Die of Destiny game will be discontinued. No D&D! Inmates will no longer need to roll a die every morning to determine their meals for the day. If you roll a 1, you get nothing. 20, you get a 5-star meal.
Yeah.
We wholeheartedly apologize to who are looking forward to their daily casting of the die.
Damn it.
Did anyone really need an apology for the cessation of such a ridiculous idea in the first place? I mean, a tabletop meal game? Who would have thought?
Yeah. Hey, do not doubt the power of the tabletop.
Do I have another visitor?
You think you hate Gavel? You're gonna really hate this fucker right now. As you watch.
For fuck's sake.
Okay.
I hate him too.
Oh,
Thank goodness you seem alright. To load off my mind.
Ah, such a heartwarming scene. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
It doesn't sound like you're about to cry.
Your usual cheery. I mean, you have to stay positive, Kay. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, I guarantee you didn't. Zircon.
no! You have to let it go. I'm the murderer. I know that now.
But you're not. You can't be. Why don't you have any faith in yourself?
How can I, Mr. Edgeworth? When there's no me left to believe in.
None at all? I don't think that's true. Before you lost your memory, we spent quite a bit of time together. And I dare say, you left quite the impression on me. So you see, there's still plenty of you left. That's why I believe so much in your innocence, and why you should believe in yourself too.
Thank you. But I can't. It would just cause more pain for the both of us. Please, you have to forget her. Forget that Kay. She dead. She gone.
What the fuck was that?
Kay, no.
I should remember where that delivery is from.
You remind me of my younger self, you know? So noble, so bold.
This is the justice you and the committee stand for?
That's not justice, that's just...
Justice? I suppose you could call it that.
Yep.
Yeah, just us.
Rugal, did you say the
You're
line?
getting it now, He-Man.
Rugal.
What is he up to? I said, what is he up to? Why is he going to such lengths to control everything?
Just
I
him.
can't shake the feeling that something is very wrong here. There's some hidden agenda at play. No time to second guess myself. If I'm going to find out what it is, it's now or never.
Well then, my boy, I suppose I should be...
Wait!
Or is activated.
Why is the chairman so intent on seeing Kay charged with this murder? Doesn't make any sense. There must be some rhyme or reason to this madness.
Oh, 4. This is gonna be hard.
Come now, Miles. I'm a busy, important man. Yeah.
One-on-one with Gold Skeletor.
This one's gonna be different from the other one, so trust me, this is gonna be needed to save.
Yeah.
I can't be wasting my precious time talking to you.
The only way out of our current predicament is through Chairman Wiener. There's so much to ask and so little time. Let's start by trying to find out why he rushed to have Kay arrested so quickly. I can't just let this happen. I'm getting answers. It's the last thing I do. So, comments.
Why'd you rush?
Why the rush to arrest
Kay?
Kay? Why were you so keen to push through Kay's arrest? I've yet to hear a satisfactory explanation.
An explanation? I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what I mean.
Tut-tut. I'd advise you to moderate your tone, boy. Need I remind you of your position? Yeah.
Yeah, he's warning you.
My time.
He's warning you. Bide your time. Bide your
My
time.
time.
Goddamn lighter. And suppose we did let your friend go free. What then,
What do you mean, what then?
Think how that would look, my boy. And who would have to take the blame? Me, that's who.
Bide
Damn
time.
fucking lighter.
Bide your time. Bide your time.
My time. There's a reason that they put the effort to put in a frustrated animation.
You're right to keep your mouth shut. That way you won't say anything foolish. Yeah.
Sorry, but I can't stay silent forever. Not while Kay's innocence is still in doubt.
Ah, you're breaking my heart. Just look at this flood of tears spilling out. Please, just leave it alone, will you? Things were coming along nicely until you interfered.
Coming along
nicely.
Coming along nicely? Coming along nicely. That's a pretty strange way of putting it. It's almost like you wanted Kay's arrest to happen. It certainly doesn't sound like the statement of an impartial representative of the law.
Whatever. You think so? Well, that wasn't my intention. Yeah. Has it occurred to you that you just might be overthinking things a little? Yeah.
Chairman Wiener certainly knows how to dodge a question. But it doesn't change the fact that serious doubts remain concerning Kay's arrest. Next, we'll need to press him on whether he really believes the investigation was sufficient. We can't allow any of his statements to go unexamined, no matter how trivial they may seem. One of them may just give us the breakthrough we need.
Okay.
How much time do you spend?
We're going
calling
calling shots, weren't you?
don't you? Yeah.
Okay.
You can hardly say your investigation was sufficient. And you're the one who called all the shots, weren't you? Including the decision to have Kay arrested.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna let Sircon, like, only speak because, like, he might know everything.
Ah, okay.
Basically, I know how to read. I know how to read human psychology, so.
So do I, Sargon. I did take developmental psychology in college.
That is true.
So sorry for you all to speak all at once while time is on the clock.
I know. I'm also gonna help too, Best.
I'm afraid I'm nowhere near as influential as you think, dear boy.
You're the chairman of the committee. Doesn't get much more influential than that. Not that I care about such things. You wound me. It's enough to drive an old man to tears. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not the differential type. Well, if you're going to insist on being so blunt, then I'm afraid you won't be seeing your Prosecutor's badge again anytime soon.
I don't need that badge anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't need that badge anyway. Fuck it. Let me make something clear once and for all. That badge isn't the be-all end-all for me. Far from it. I'm not concerned with titles or roles. Even you must understand that. And your point? So young. So very young. A word of advice, Miles, from somebody who's been around the block. You're hopelessly naive, my boy. Idiotically so. Yeah. Well, that certainly got under his skin. He might be less guarded in his answers was in this state. Now's my chance. How much time
did you spend investigating?
Yep. How much time was spent on your investigation altogether? My, you really don't give up, do you? But even my patience has its limits, you know. What a coincidence, so does mine. Now answer the question. Do you believe that your investigation was sufficient or not? Ah, the youth these days are wont to be reckless. Makes me want to put you in your place, just like that Eternia fella. You're going to regret that, my boy. Yeah.
That's the hint right there.
Okay.
Buy your time, because think about it.
Buy my time. Oh, buy it.
Just...
Well, maybe you do know your place after all. What's the matter, scared? Hardly. I'll just think about how best to proceed. Getting answers from the elderly requires sensitivity. They can get quite emotional after all. You have no common sense whatsoever, do you? Don't you understand? Your fate rests in my hands.
It's an oddly specific
Bide time.
Bide my time. Let's say you do manage to get some answers from me. There's nothing you can do with them, so why don't you give it up, dear boy? No. And why not? It's simple, because I'm not about to let the truth escape me. Interesting. I think I'm beginning to see what makes you tick. But what you're doing is pointless. Tragically, miserably pointless. Please, just give up. She's guilty. The decision has been made.
How would you say that?
The decision has been made? Yes.
It's Rukia Kuchiki all over again.
Once again, your choice of words intrigues me. It's almost as if Kay's guilt had already been determined from before her arrest. Oh. What are you even trying to apply?
That you plan to
have her arrested. I'm implying that things haven't gone as they normally should. In fact, everything has proceeded as if Kay's arrest was the end goal right from the very start. Well, Chairman Wiener, was it?
It's about to get really hard now.
That's certainly an intriguing theory. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Good job, Vass. You're gonna need this.
Yeah, I believe this is like the speed
what
up.
I wouldn't give to have Beastman right here. But it's also a complete work of fiction, and I'm afraid I don't have any time for such flights of fancy. I think it's time we brought this shabby little farce to an end, don't you?
No, he's trying to make his escape. Let's confirm the legality of Kay's arrest before he slips away.
Most of the music is going faster?
Yeah.
It's faint, but the truth is finally beginning to emerge. And I'm not about to let this opportunity pass me by.
I still have questions?
Yeah. Wait, we're not done yet.
I'm tired of all this talking. Try make it brief, will you?
What grounds did you have?
Yeah, what grounds did you have? Based on everything I've heard from you so far, I believe that Kay's arrest is entirely unfounded.
Yes, I think we're familiar with this particular refrain of yours by now. But I'm afraid it doesn't matter either way. You don't have what it takes to secure her release anyhow. Yeah.
How dare you take this so lightly as a man of the law?
My, aren't you a little rude boy? but my fuse is only so long.
Bide.
Bide my time.
Bide your time.
Honestly speaking, I don't have the time to waste on every last question you can dream up. I have a certain responsibilities to attend to, you know? I really am quite the busy man.
Or are you just pretending to be busy?
That's an awful thing to say to a fragile old man. I work harder than I should at my age. I ask you, my boy, what could I have even hoped to accomplish by putting on such a pretense?
Talking about the case. You obviously don't want to talk about the case anymore. And that's why you're so keen to get out of this conversation, isn't it? Oh, yes, I was right.
It's just so tragic. It really is. That you would suspect me of such things. No.
It's not suspicion. It's a certainty. There were no clear grounds in which to base case arrest for a start.
No, my boy. Let's not get carried away. There was plenty of evidence to support our case. The mask, the letter, the corsage, those were all in her possession. And, of course, her confession. More than anything to prove her guilt, I'd say.
But those are...
What's the matter? Struggling to come up with a new way to explain everything away?
By my time.
By my time.
Yeah, by your time.
Pish.
Damn fucking lighter. Well, there we have it. Your silence speaks volumes.
Hey,
Sure,
you
I
probably
can
should
counter
get
your...
Tricops to look at that.
Right now, but you did let something valuable slip. Especially detailed knowledge of the evidence against Kay.
And now we go.
He rattled off that list like he knew it inside out. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue.
Okay, Kate's
I
instance.
still have questions.
I still have questions. Questions? Yeah.
No,
Wait. Not done
no,
yet.
it was innocence. We got the vital clue.
Make it brief, what do you?
Who gave the order?
Who gave the order?
Yeah.
Who gave the order? Who decided that Kay should be arrested?
You know, I can't seem to remember. Don't ever get old, Miles, my boy. It wreaks havoc on the memory.
Mood.
Time to deploy my clue. I was right.
Oh,
The
okay.
evidence pretty well. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop playing the old man card. You remember the details of the evidence against Kay pretty clearly. That's if your memory didn't fail, you only when it was convenient. I'd be more inclined to believe you. So let me ask you again. Who gave the order for Kay's arrest?
You're a sharp one, and I'll give you that. My son could learn a thing or two from you. Yes. He wasn't such an incurable numbskull, that is. It's a tragedy, really.
Seriously, man-at-arms just beats his ass like every single day. I don't want to hear about your son. I want to know who authorized the arrest.
You're very mean, you know that, don't you? The arrest, you say? I believe the order was given by...
You. Oh my god,
Come now,
we used
Chairman
half of
Wiener.
the timer for that
We
one.
both know it was you.
Fires! Alright, you got me. You make it sound like it was somehow a bad thing, though. Oh. But I have a reputation to uphold, so I guess I'd better clear up this little misunderstanding. I'll entertain your questions for a few more minutes. Let's see if I can't put your mind at ease.
Thanks, TP. Once you said Wiener was Skeletor and I'd be Gold Skeletor, everything fell into place.
Well, I was thinking more of Skullmageddon, but okay.
Yep. The key thing to do now is to establish how intimately he knows the details of the case. I just have to ask the right questions. Thank you. Pork and beans finished. The end game is at hand. We are but a few moves away from the truth.
That one was stressful.
It was pretty decent though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then what you know about Kay? You seem to know awful lot about the case.
Zircon?
Awful lot about the case.
Yeah,
Middle,
a lot
middle,
about the
middle.
case. No worries.
You seem to know the case in quite some detail.
I know about lots of things, my boy. I'm just smart like that. Yeah.
You know, you just should have like read it off as like top, middle, or bottom. Because like I'll get the word
Middle.
jumble.
Okay. Middle.
Okay.
Right, go.
Same to you, Circon.
Too bad the same can't be said about the way you handled Kay's arrest.
Fight time.
By time. Low. Bottom.
I'm a very busy man. Do try to remember that I can bring this little chat to an end whenever I so choose.
It's only taking so long because you won't give me a straight answer to any of my questions. If only you'd stop giving me the runaround. We'll be done already. Let's try this again. You seem to know the details of the case quite intimately. Why is that?
Fucking little... Because I read the case file. Not exactly the most thrilling use of my time, of course, but I'm hard at my job. I have to be a good role model. I can't be seen to be slacking. It can be so hard. But I had some time on my hands, so I read the whole thing from cover to cover.
But you keep saying how busy you are.
Top.
That's strange. I could have sworn you just told me you were a very busy man.
This man is Elon Musk.
Oh God.
Shit.
What,
I'd say
you
that
okay?
crack is finally starting to show, wouldn't you? No, I'm just saying. Skeletor just said that. If you're so keen on being an upstanding leader, you can start by releasing Kay, you know.
Really, don't give up, do you? It's a moving sight indeed, my boy. But a tragic one, too. After all, your efforts are for naught. I am afraid your little friend was found unconscious near the scene of the crime.
Did you...
And
Top.
yeah, top. We have yet to hear much about the circumstances in which Kay was found. She was lying unconscious in the storeroom, correct?
For fuck's sake. That's right, although I'm not at liberty to tell you how I know that.
He knows things even we didn't. In fact, he seems to be aware of every tiny detail about this case. Be a valuable clue.
Okay.
Tell me what you know about Kay.
Yeah, top.
The suspect, Kay Faraday. How much do you know about her exactly?
I know that she's the suspect. Aside from that, not much else. Cross my heart, but it's true, and hope to die.
Time to deploy my clue.
Oh, time to kill you.
What?
Top.
Top.
God damn.
I was just being facetious.
Sorry, but the more you tell me, the less sense your story makes. Whenever it's in yellow VAS, you immediately click on it. For one thing, you know details that even those investigating the scene were not aware of. Why is that? Just how much do you really know, Chairman Wiener?
Fuck, God damn it! Oh, there's that intimidating face you like to make again. Well, to play this game, how do you like me now?
By my time.
Time. Let Gold Skeletor rage.
I do have to commend you on your doggedness. It really is something.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you like, but wrap this up, will you? I just don't have the stamina anymore. She's the culprit, the only part suspect. I've already. How much more evidence did you want us to load her down with? For goodness sake!
Top. Because that's an odd thing to say.
Also,
Load it down
Discord
with.
did not like that read just now.
Yet another interesting turn of phrase. One that makes it sound a lot like the items Kay was carrying might have been foisted upon her.
What? Impressive. You really do pay attention, don't you? It's no wonder they used to call you a prodigy, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. But there's no battle cat with you right now. I think you know the answer to your own question by now. Why don't you just go and say it? I want to hear it from you.
Only time should light on the truth. That's all left to play is one last move.
Bottom.
Kay is innocent.
No, my boy. That's just clumsy. Anyone can put out a baseless assertion like that. Even a disgraced superstar prosecutor.
I deploy my clue. Kay was framed. The true culprit set it all up so she would take the fall instead. That is my answer, and I won't let you deny it any longer.
Victory!
God fucking damn it.
Take note of when his beard catches on fire.
My, you really are a sharp one, hmm? It's a bit of a shame you choose to hand in your badge. I admit it. You're right on all accounts.
And that's checkmate.
But considering where you are, this is just check.
Checkmate. You knew Kay wasn't the real murderer, and yet you still had her arrested. What's worse, you thought you could get away with it. Well, you won't. Not if I can help it.
There you go with that naivete again, my boy. I guess that was always your problem.
I got arrested, and a conviction secured.
This whole mess goes away, and that's what will happen.
Maybe a convention too.
But whose interest does a conclusion like that serve?
The committee's, I suppose. And mine. You know, listening to you just now, well, it really got the tears flowing, I have to say. It was poignant and heartfelt and sincere and utterly infuriating. Look, I'm not perfect, I know that. But your lack of sophistication in these matters is beyond the pale. You insist that the truth is more important than anything else.
No.
What would you say the same if you knew what the real value of the truth is?
What are you trying to say?
When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it little by little. Small baby steps. Okay, Faraday? Murderer? That's the truth I created. Yes, my boy. That's what I like to see. You're so sincere, sometimes it's painful. It just makes me put you in your place. No, real truth will get you nowhere. Because that's how much it's worth. Nothing. Shocking, I know.
But why not go after the real killer? How much do you even know about what really happened?
You're still not getting it. That's your truth. And it is worthless. Mine is all that matters. You understand what I'm saying, don't you, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I have all the power here.
Curse you.
Well, aren't you menacing? You and your little friend are just as bad as each other. Violent criminals who deserve to be locked up.
You'll pay for this, Skeletor.
Man, you dropped off hard there.
Well, did I on Discord? Or on Discord? No,
Yeah,
I didn't drop off.
No, on Discord, my end, you came in really
Well,
bad.
I think that's got to be on your end, DP.
Yeah, I think it's on your own DP.
And with that, yet another person disappears from my life. Oh, and it just makes me want to cry and cry and cry. Oh, poor He-Man. See ya. Skeletor out. Shut up, Beastman.
I'm not planning to disappear just yet, Chairman Wiener. There's still the hearing later today. I still have the power. Just you wait. One way or another, I'll prove Kay's innocence to the world then. Grayskull is on my side. April 6, 8:30 a.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber.
10 members. Over a majority are present. I hereby call this hearing to order. We are gathered here today to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Here in the sight of the goddess, we so do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment in all of Eternia.
Fair and frank, don't make me laugh.
Verity, if you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Mr. Edgeworth.
On April 5th, despite having been advised of the legality of an investigation he was conducting, the accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Chairman Winter. His actions compromised the investigation into the murder of a certain defense attorney. Despite having been presented with copious evidence of her guilt, he continues to assist. That's the suspect. 1K Faraday is innocent of all the charges.
Perhaps you could explain the details of the matter to us as well.
Of course. On the morning of the 5th, the body victim was found here in the committee chamber. Further explanation will be provided by
me, Eustace Winter, Premier Prosecutor.
The floor is yours, Mr. Winter.
The murder itself happened late in the night of the 4th. The victim was Miss Rosie Ringer. At the same night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very room.
I'm getting very eyes wide shut vibes here.
Good, that's the intent of this scene. Ringer took part in that auction, I think, yeah.
Meaning that the murder took place sometime during the auction.
When she was found, Ringer was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact that the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that Ringer was not in fact the auctioneer.
You deduced nothing of the sort.
And what about the basis on which the suspect was detained, Mr. Winter?
Please, Mr. Winters is the chairman. Anyway, yeah, I got this. So Faraday was overcome by
crushing remorse, Eustace.
Yeah, that. Tons of crushing remorse. She's so confuzzled. According to her confession, she was on the roof of the building when she encountered a person in a red raincoat, the viewing platform.
And that person was Miss Ringer, I take it?
Precisely, Mr. Chairman. The killer dressed the victim in the auctioneer's outfit after the fact. At that time when she was killed, Miss Ringer was wearing a red raincoat.
And who won the race to find the raincoat nearby? Me! That's who!
Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics.
Strictly speaking, it was by one of the forensic investigators under Mr. Winter's command.
I knew it.
The blood analysis on the coat showed that it was indeed Miss Ringer who had worn it. And the suspect's confession was the final nail in the coffin. She confirmed having committed the murder. So as you can see, Kay Faraday, it was the killer. There's no way anybody else could have done it. Nope, totally.
All right, Miles, I expect you to have some objections. Let's get them out of the way, shall we?
I have no objections, Chairman Wiener.
Well now, is that so? I thought it had taken more than a... Oh, for fuck's sakes.
No objections in the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is.
Must you be so dramatic?
But in the matter of Miss Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty.
I can personally attest to the fact that Mr. Winter's investigation was fair and impartial.
Hold on. Of course it was. When it comes to carefully deducted ops, I'm the winner every time.
You know, Miles, it is within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. If, and this is purely hypothetical, of course, you were to withdraw your objections, you might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee and a brand new car. So I ask you again, do you have any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
If you think you can buy my silence, think again.
You watch your mouth.
Only the chairman watches his. I didn't come back here to talk about committee seats. I came here to talk about the murder case. I demand a statement under oath, and I won't rest until I have one. I want to know exactly what the committee's view on the incident is. You want to put us on trial, my boy? Very well. If it will make you happy. Verity, please provide Mr. Edgewood with the materials pertaining to the case.
Really? But, sir!
This will be his last hurrah. So let's humor him with the send-off he desires. Yeah.
If you say so, Mr. Chairman.
Evidence data received from Judge Gavel.
You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume?
None whatsoever.
Water.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. You'll see. Committee's view on the case.
Miss Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The Red Ringo was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she got the auction with her purchase. The only exit for the story was, of course, that had to lead up onto her roof. After she emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out and thus concludes the committee's view of the case.
Okay, that's bullshit because there's two way out, including the elevator.
Yeah, add on to
Ringo
that.
was on offer that night. Is that really true?
You believe so? Yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of St. Va, I assume. The Ringo is a piece of evidence from that case. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in an appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances.
It wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever. Yeah.
You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time to simply admit defeat?
Yeah, just admit defeat, you little bitch.
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much.
Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you.
It is? Why? Come to think of it, she's done some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to?
Alright, this one should be easy, so...
Yeah, because she mentioned that there was only one way out.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
There's out.
There we go. Yeah, the only exit is, of course, yeah. Present. Was it the elevator?
Wait.
I
Or was it
don't
the
think
statement?
we can use anything here. Let's go to the fifth statement.
Alright.
After she emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Mr. Ringer was attacked by Miss Fair. Nope.
No.
No. As in, like, nope, that doesn't check out. Because think about it. If there was an attack, a lot of heart would have said that. So present the
Lot of statement.
Yeah. No.
Well, let's double check the
either
statement.
her statement or the photo that a lot of heart sent.
Oh, grab mysterious figure in a raincoat. Oh, because of the blood. The blood.
Yeah. So
No.
not
The
that,
picture.
but
The
either-
picture. Because remember, the assailant has blood on their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that one was a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Maybe
Although it did
there's
have a
something up for me.
couple of possibilities.
Judge Cavell, what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing?
She's an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious.
Well, now, I ain't really an eyewitness. More of an ear witness, I guess.
Meh.
She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she?
I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. Let's take a look at this! It's a photo taken by Miss Hart.
Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it?
According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. According to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom. Just because she took this picture.
Oh, hold on. Whoop. Wait! You're saying Cavell got it?
Wrong! Wrong! That's exactly what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night. You saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did, like I say, and witnessed with my own 2 eyes to boot. Please.
And what were your impressions at that point?
My impressions, that's right. It's this right here, it's a stupid picture, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was
That makes
hoping
sense.
more for your impressions of the person in question.
There's a walking meal ticket.
Seriously?
This man, my little joke. No need to look at me like that. Like I done on your lunch. Oh, red raincoat, right? Well, I took one look and I thought that's our prep right there.
Alright, activating my Dickerin. And therein lies the rub. For Miss Hart to have thought of such a thing.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words? It's an explanation of the facts you require. You need only ask, you know.
What do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. Was that maybe unrelated?
Subtitle.
Unrelated? You can do better than that.
Was one of the voices of Miss Hart really even Miss Ringer's?
You're kidding me, right? This folks was talking crime-related turkey on my name is a lot of heart. A lot of dang heart.
But you did hear them clearly.
Well, can't really say for sure, but I can't remember rightly say nothing, and you know it. There's usually one voice changer. I already told you that.
Precisely. As I heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain of that whether she did or had anything to do with the murder.
Oh my god, this runaround stinks.
You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Seems I overestimated you, Judge Cavell.
Nonsense, Verity's the best of us, my boy. The very best.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have had anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. This had happened before the victim was able to get up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. And I can tell you why. Finally!
The hand.
A hand.
Take that! Bloody.
This person has 2 left hands. We actually thought that the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yes, because Miss Hart said as much.
Indeed, she told us about the blood she saw on the person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after attack, meaning that they were trying to get away, and when they got to the rooftop, they collapsed and died. But now it'll tell us something very important about the victim too. The picture tells us that the victim survived the attack.
Yeah, they survived the attack. Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This can only mean that Miss Ringer survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wounds she had sustained.
What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound?
The wound wasn't on her hand, Wiener. I imagine she had just used her hand to try and staunch the wound.
I almost didn't get a chance to read that.
While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
Well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it?
It very much would. At least by making it absurd, it's just that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after the picture had been taken. The victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you, that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds. Ding 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 ding.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
You keep on using that word. It's a textbook case of a wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
You see, they're forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that or pretending to not remember it.
What fact am I forgetting?
I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery.
Dad, Gavel works for me. Why do you keep giving orders? That's my job.
Oh, you really are a total and utter embarrassment, Dorma Skeletor.
I'm not Skeletor. I'm Skullmageddon.
I hate to break it to you, but you both are.
Go to it, Gavel. Put Edgeworth out
of his misery?
I was going to say
As you
commission.
wish. Miss Ringer's body was found within 3 wounds in her chest. Now we know that the wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by 3 armed candelabra. I doubt anyone could survive such a grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your time.
Nicely done, Gavel. Now Edgeworth.
Make several objections? Yes, I'm afraid I will.
What? Why? Why aren't you listening?
Oh, I was listening very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections.
Come on, why do you always have to undermine me?
That's never my intention, I assure you.
It isn't?
Because you do it so well yourself every single time already.
Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that. Because I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough. Yeah.
What do you mean, Dad?
What you're forgetting, Miss Ringer's body was found in the... So...
We all know the wounds are from, don't we? Yes, we do.
And then there was found just by 3 armed... Well...
I doubt anybody press...
Go.
What? We'll press on it first. Why is she so sure about that? But the victim may not necessarily have died instantly. I think we can say that much at least.
Perhaps, but she would surely not have lived for longer than a few moments either.
So there are people who could have survived even if you stabbed them in the chest.
Sure, there might be. And there might not be, too.
So which is it?
Trust me, there are not. And the kids are still tempted to believe there might be.
Someone to me about that 3rd statement. Go back.
Yeah.
That's right, there are sound wounds. But wait a minute. Wait, the red coat, because we didn't see any hole, we didn't see the front of the red coat, and there was blood on her hands.
Yeah, so if that were the case,
yeah,
still
red coat. Yeah, fingerprint. Well, yep. Oh. Chairman Wiener, you know what this is, of course.
Red raincoat. That's right, isn't it, Verity?
Yes, sir. The one Miss Ringer was wearing. I warned you, Mr. Edgeworth. You'll not be thick for retreading old ground here.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this question, Judge Gavel. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. Do you remember where exactly they were found?
Of course. They were found on the hood and... No!
What's the matter, Verity?
Oh, the hood, and was blood found anywhere else on the raincoat?
No, it was not.
Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Oh, I'm sending you something, Sircon, like what I got a bag of. Wouldn't that lead one to find blood stains in that area? No, something even better. And yet there was blood only on the hood.
A bag of jelly
beans? It's a glaring contradiction if I ever saw one. The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest.
Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As you said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, Miss Springer could have been stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her. But even if we could see at that point, the head injury came before the chest wound. What difference would it make? How does it change our understanding of the case?
Yeah, if you were just wondering there, I showed Avast, I showed Circon those nacho jalapeno Takis that are really good. I found them at my local CVS. I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction. You gotta try it, Circon.
That is quite a bold claim, Mr. Edric. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. As you can show this fundamental contradiction with some evidence.
Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction in the order of the injuries revealed?
The coroner's report.
Coroner's report.
Why did you say that to us, Edgeworth?
Take that!
This is Dr. Hurt's preliminary findings, according to which the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem.
But the order suggested by the blood stains on the raccoon is...
Exactly the opposite, yes.
Bela, the Gilbert Court hereby step over Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close.
Circle.
Oh, yeah! Your Honor, I'll go fetch her at once! Douche, 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 douche.
Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman. Now she'll be able to come immediately. In the meantime, there is another important angle I'd like to explore. Frankly, something is bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. The so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they?
Yeah, good point. We never looked into that, huh?
Despite having mentioned repeating me in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic fact that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edward, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
We see nothing that might serve as clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved with the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction.
And that...
Chairman Waiter! I demand that you testify as to what you know.
What? Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my dad?
You would cast doubt on the integrity of chairman of the committee? Do you understand the implications of such an act?
I don't care who or what he is. We're talking about the truth here. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else, the items Kay was carrying when she was found. They were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Weiner himself.
Shocking accusation. Will not find hard to believe. But for the sake of completeness,
Completeness.
I must ask, why would he do such a thing?
Cast suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? I managed to get him to say something to that effect.
Chairman Willen, your rebuttal, please.
Fire.
What are you guys talking about?
I think the good chairman might be in shock.
So what if I did? Did you hear me, my dear boy? I said, so what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much, but where is your proof? With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Or do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outburst on?
Well, that's the arrogance he showed back at the detention center, and yet...
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to have to ask you to explain yourself. That's alright, Mr. Chairman.
Not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this for myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles might have gotten the idea that I'm some sort of criminal. Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself.
He has a lot of nerve acting all innocent like that. Very well. Let's start at the very beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in this hollowed trial chamber is a point of suspicion. A location that should be, by rights, only be accessible to members of the committee.
Yeah. They all had key cards to the room after all.
Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis. And for that to be possible...
There can be only one winning explanation.
That's right, Mr. Weiner. The auctioneer is a member of the committee.
No!
What on earth is wrong now?
What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hand.
Oh, played you like a damn fiddle, my boy. You did indeed, you utter nitwit. But Miles, my boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation. There's 11 of us here.
That's true. There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10 infamous viewers of Project Passing. 10 possessed suspect in total.
Not me, yeah.
Speak up right now.
Come. Calm down, all of you, please.
No, we will not come down.
I will burn this whole damn place down. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? You're very quiet all of a sudden. But it's too late to back out now. You accused a former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime. I would tell you to prepare for the worst.
But we must tune in for the next Bat Time, same Bat channel.
But there's no preparing for what you're about to face. Riddle me this! You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered, my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That's all that matters at the end of the day, and her sentence will be lighter for it. So rejoice! Yeah. And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it if you see fit.
How can I when that was barely a testimony to begin with?
He's a very powerful person, isn't he? He's a better version of that one other guy you dealt with. It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it.
You saw a flash of something half remember, Kay, nothing more. Now here, have this bag of Takis. If you must believe in something.
I'm a carnivore.
Believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead.
Here, have this ribeye. I'm not hungry.
I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use this against him. By the power of Grayskull.
I have the powder!
Okay, where does
Yes, Miles, we know if you're forcing every argument. God damn it. Matter happened, I can't remember everything. I've got the time. Irrelevant in the end, don't you understand? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, press. Because that's a...
Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. She's suffering from amnesia. So any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt and pepper.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright. I tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time, though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again.
Fine, let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Okay, something's wrong with my mic.
Huh? You mean me?
Is this really what you want, Mr. Ashwood? If it goes badly, you could simply weaken your position.
I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to tug at an old man's heartstrings, you know? But fine, ask away. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. I will give you an automatic game over, son. We'll call the proceedings to an end then and there. Agreed? You might want to save, Vass.
Hold on. Call the proceedings to the end? You mean the hearing?
Yeah, no shit. Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you weren't a complete muddlehead after all. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt, she is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan. If I do say so myself, and I do, Skeletor.
That's it? You just declare her guilty? Just like that?
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk. We're going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Okay?
Yes?
I'm really going to have to make you eat this talkie now. I know, it's a lot to ask. I need you to think.
And I think we front drive the talkie thing now.
Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Intense heat. Anything that might help us prove your innocence?
Why? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of any help to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks,
I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. Hey, the kid you thought you knew is a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust.
Not really. Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You could never, because this is who you really are.
The Yatagarasu pin.
The badge.
Take that!
You're the great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill. Remember, you play on hard difficulty for Thief the Dark Project. You don't kill.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
What? Did I lost?
Because...
No.
This is all part of the story.
Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it.
No, the only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying, you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
That you're trying so hard to help me, and you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop it. I'm begging you.
Ah, so that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon.
Oh my god.
Despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. That makes me an asshole.
There are 2 games that I would like to call BS on.
So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Now, let's try this again. You see the good in yourself, Kay? Remember the noble thief you truly are. In memory of you committing the murder? You need to question with it all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me. Wink. Remember. K.
What's wrong? Did you remember something?
Oh, it'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did. Yeah.
How?
Don't have a cow, man!
Not a cow?
Mr. Edward, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details.
Well, okay. What can you tell us about this cow? Do we have any cow sound effect, Vass?
Like,
Actually, hold on.
well, sound effect. Okay, just.
Not in the soundboard currently.
All right, look, not now. This is actually a serious moment.
No. But like the question was
remember.
asked, and I checked.
Just.
Circon.
I remember now. The person in the raincoat. She had it in her hand.
Uh-oh.
A stuffed cow. I can see it clearly now for certain.
Are you
Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain?
Yes, I'm sure.
Did this court acknowledge the defendant's latest statements as new testimony?
Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this.
With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim or receptionist.
new and highly relevant evidence?
Need I remind you of the adult state of her memory? No, this simply won't do.
Adult, if we claim your memory is unreliable now, then our argument is weakened, sir. You said to yourself a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details, did you not? We were to call you the validity of her memories into question.
God damn it.
And we must allow to call into question the confession on that which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action?
Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Still in the game, right by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gavel's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second.
Well, Mr. Edward, the stuffed animal?
I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction lot.
Wait, that's...
You know something, Cavell?
No, it's just not what I imagined.
I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully. Let's see what's behind the horn. Missing horn. There you go. No, missing horn.
Yeah.
The left
Okay.
horn is missing.
This hole. Looks like that's where the horn would have gone.
That doesn't look like stuffing in there. So what is it?
Well, let's take a look at the rest of this toy and see what else we can find.
This one.
There's a cherry blossom petal caught in the fur here. There are petals on the raincoat, too.
Cherry tree in the bloom. Ugh. And a cherry tree in bloom up on the viewing platform.
Definitely appear that this was taken outside at some point. But what did the victim want with this thing? Now look underneath.
No.
Right on the butt.
What? Wait a minute, I thought there was something detailed on butt.
Maybe the other horn. Let's check the horn. Maybe we can.
I
I
could
think-
have...
No, Vass, when you turned it, it lit up, remember? No, when you turned
Oh
it.
wait, the nose ring.
Oh,
There we are.
Right horse seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy.
Okay, game. I'm not too sure how that counted.
Mr. Edward, it moves.
It does?
Yep.
It sounds like a sand being crushed.
It seems there's a recording device hidden inside.
Is and I
Was-
knew you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Oh wait. Rugal.
Nothing to say for yourself? I have waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge.
Ah!
Could
Not
this
too sure if that
be
got picked up.
the moment of the murder?
And someone made a recording of it.
Broken plushie, fitted with a recording device that captured part of a conversation. One of the people, whatever. Dasher.
Oh.
Actually, I think we should
Dasher?
end it here. Because...
Dasher?
Give him a moment. Maybe he's
Dasher?
AFK.
I think he's dead. Okay, yeah, I guess we could stay right here at Vass until next time.
Yeah. Okay. And if we ever did.
Oh, Vass, did you see how much Vera put in for Rubel and Irene?
Let me see.
I wasn't expecting this much. All right. Okay.
By the way, Vass, I should let you know. Next week will be my last week present.
Yeah.
School. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be going to school during the evening hours. And
Yeah.
Just
So
wanted
you're
to give you a heads
saying
up.
that we need to complete investigations 2 next week?
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
No, I was wondering if Sircon was going to catch on to what I actually meant by that.
Wait, repeat your last one more time?
You mean finish case 4 next week?
Case 4 next
No,
week. Yes,
no,
we can finish
4
case
and 5.
Oh, we're not gonna do that. 4
No,
and
no, we're
5.
not
5 is
gangster enough for that.
always.
But again, that's
5 is always
jest.
fucking long.
Wait, are you sure we're gonna have to like wait till like for Sircon like so we can resume it?
Okay with you guys going on till the end without me. And trust
No,
me,
because remember, Dasher can fill in for K, so there's
Yeah,
no problem.
like, and
I
as
can do the
said,
police,
I'm just
I can
saying
believe-
this in jest.
I can do the police mooks like I
and,
always do.
and trust me, Vance, I already know how this. I already know the ending of the story, and it is amazing. You will.
Same.
It is one of the. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say,
I'm
but
gonna say-
for yeah. I'm just saying. I was gonna say, but for Silver Case, we should be fine if that Sircon isn't here.
Okay.
Yeah. No. We can finish up this case and then we'll be in your stead because Dasher played K in the first game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's
Well, thank
up.
you all for growing Rugal and Irene and
Yep.
Vera. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad that you all Red was able to grow VaStar quite a bit.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and raid. Well, actually,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and raid. Like Red Bow.
Woohoo! Red Bull.
Anyways,
They are
it was a
playing
pleasure-
Elder Scrolls 4.
It was a pleasure being here, gentlemen. Thank you for
Of
having me.
course.
I'm gonna head
Be
out.
safe.
Yeah,
Take care.
I'm just glad you got Casino.
See ya.